Stand a bit back. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday's functional fitness class. If you're new, I don't know if we're going to have anybody new today. There's been a bit of a flurry on Twitter this morning, so I might have some new people. For the first 5 minutes, I just do a little talk just to get people settled in and things, so that people aren't starting at 11 and going straight into the exercises. And I thought today this is more or less the same talk as I gave on Monday before the strength class. So if you've heard it already, I do apologize. But I thought I would spend a few weeks talking about the muscles that the sort of main muscles that we use. I mean, there are over 650 muscles in the body, so I'm not going to go into each one of those. But there are sort of main muscles, and I'm going to sort of just say what they're used for and the exercises that we do, why it's important to keep them being exercised, keep them strong. If there's any physiologists or anatomists or anything, I do apologize because it's very rudimentary. And if there's any physiotherapists, see me after class because I've got a bit of a sore leg. Anyway, we'll start at the top. I'm not going to do the neck particularly or the facial muscles. So we'll start with the deltoids, which are these muscles here. And they are used for reaching forward for something. So if you want something or reaching up for something, they're used for waving. Hello. The exercise that we do with this one is the upright row. That's the one where we sit and we do that one. Now, I have changed the format of the exercises again slightly, and I'll explain when we come to, the upright row is this one, sorry. Yes, I haven't reincorporated that one at the moment, but I have changed the exercises slightly in light of thinking about the muscles that we're using. So the next ones we'll go down the arm, is the bicep, this one. So that's the bicep curl that we do. And your biceps are used for, well, remember, muscles can only pull, they can't push. A muscle trying to push would be like trying to push a piece of string. So these get food to your mouth, cup of tea, beer, picking stuff up, anything where this forearm is going that way. And that's the bicep curl that we do. And when men do that, that's, well, not just men, that's the bicep muscle. And then there's the tricep, which is the opposite one to the bicep. So when you think about it, if the bicep is contracting and pulling your arm up, the tricep has to lengthen. And then the same, if the tricep is lengthening or doing it, this one shortens. Doesn't feel as if it's shortening though, does it? No, that one lengthens as this one shortens. Sorry, I'm getting confused. So that's the deltoid, the bicep, the tricep. But I want to talk about the forearm as well, because that tends to get neglected. It's difficult. We tend not to do exercises for the forearm because, I don't know why we don't actually. The muscles in the hand, the fingers, the forearm, the muscles there that's what controls your fingers. So if you do that, you can see the muscles in my forearms moving. And I recommend these every now and again. I remember about them. I use these quite a bit. These are hand strengtheners. Now, I bought these about 10 years ago, and they have moved on a bit, so you just need to buy one and you can adjust the tension. These are just as they are, but I think these were about £5, but you can get them on Amazon for less than £10, or at Decathlon as well, good old Decathlon. And if you see, when I squeeze that, you can see the muscles in my forearm contracting. This is my left hand. My left hand is much less strong than my right hand. And I just sometimes, I have them by the chair. And when I'm watching telly or when I remember, I'll just do some strengthening exercises. And you need that, for getting tops off jars. You need it for anything that you use your hands for, because we tend to neglect our hands. They're just always there, aren't they? Good old hands, picking up a kettle, kettles are heavy. Picking up a pan, you need a good grip to pick up a pan. Sometimes I pick up a pan and I think, ooh, carry it from the stove to the sink, and I think, ooh, am I going to spill this? But it's really important to have a good, strong grip. And that's what those do as well. It's just functional fitness, everyday life. I reminded myself of something that when I said something and it reminded me of something, and I was going to mention it to you, and I can't remember what it is now. But it's 11 o'clock now, so we need to get going with the main bit of the exercise. So the class is divided into a warm-up, the main body of the exercise, and then stretching at the end. You need a chair. I'm just going to put this down a wee bit. You need a chair, preferably without arms, and if you have one, an exercise band. If you don't have one, you can still do the movements, the physical movements. Ooh, the top of my head's gone. But if you have an exercise band, if you want to ask me about an exercise band, you can either write in the comments below, or the easiest way is to contact me on my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page, and the link is on the comments section underneath the video. If you're watching it on a laptop, underneath the actual video, scroll down. There's the comments section on my Over 50 Fitness Facebook page. A lot of F's is on that. But anyway, some of most of the exercises are done standing up. There's some that are done sitting, but some of them can be done sitting, even if you if you have difficulty standing for any length of time. Anyway, we'll come to that in a moment. We'll explain. So without any more chatting, try and keep the chatting to a minimum, but people that are regulars here will know I sometimes find that hard to do. So we're going to start by just walking gently on the spot, very gently. If you can, do it on your toes. When we come to the leg muscles, I will explain how walking on your toes is very good for your calf muscles and your feet and your ankles. So we're just going, if you can't do it on your toes, that's absolutely fine. The thing about this class is that you need to do everything at your own level. So if you're super fit, really give it some welly. If this is the first time you've ever done a class, or you're not very fit, then take it at your own pace. And if you can't, we're going to do 10 of just about all the exercises. If you can't do 10, that's absolutely fine. Do what you can do. Those of you who have been with me for over a year, and it is over a year now, I expect you to do 10. So we'll just do this for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now, in keeping with what I was talking about, we're going to sort of really warm up the arms, really loosen up the arms. So first one we're going to do is put a hand on your shoulder, make your arm like a wing, and imagine you've got a pencil sticking out your elbow. And we're going to do 5 nice big circles to full range of movement for 5, and then 5 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do the other one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one we're going to do is it's mobilizing your shoulder joints, and this one strengthens the back muscles. Actually, it's quite good for posture. Top of my head's gone again. Just having one hand above your head and that one there, and then alternating. Don't rock, nice and slow and controlled. So we're going to do 1, 2. When your arm comes down, place it down. 3, don't just use gravity. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third one we're going to do, this is good. This is good because you're twisting your arms backwards and forwards like this. as well as getting them above your head. And remember, if you can't get your arms above your head, you can't get your arms by your ears, just get them where you can. Okay, just do what you can. Don't force anything. So we're going to start with our hands by the sides. Twist your arm. Just touch your hand. I'm just going to go down to show you. Touch your hand above your head. Turn them back again and down. So turn them, up, turn, down. That's 2. Turn, 3, 4. Nice and slow and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Last one with the arms is going to have your arms like this, elbows at 90 degrees. Just going to bring your arms in and touch your elbows together. If you can't get your elbows together, it doesn't matter. Go where you can. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. Oh, give your shoulders a bit of a wiggle because you've been good. We've given them a good old warm up. Right, we're going to go into our sort of little routine that we do. We're going to start just by doing a few heel digs. This is still the warm up, so just do a few heel digs, just like that. You don't need to take a big step forward, and at the same time anchor your elbows, and you're going to do a bicep curl on the opposite side. So opposite arm and leg. So this is good for coordination, memory, balance, strength, warming up, everything. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to just take a small step out to the side, and at the same time have prayer hands and out to the side. 3, 2, 1. And taking a step back, a little step back, hands here and out to the front. Spread your fingers. Give your hands that workout that we were talking about before. Jazz hands. Try not to let your knee fall in like my right knee is trying to do. Got something wrong with my hip here. It's not my hip, it's the muscles. And it means I can't run at the moment, which is starting to make me feel a bit bad-tempered. 3, 2, 1. And then the last one is just a toe tap. And opposite arm, swing your opposite arm. You think you're not. These muscles, these routines or this exercise, these movements may not actually be, you think, well, what good's that doing? Or what's that working? What exercise, what muscle is that exercising? But I'll tell you, we do 3, 2, 1. When we were doing that, and I had to stand on this leg to do that, I could feel it there. So you think, oh, yes, so it's working that muscle, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to put all these together. So we're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Those of you who have been with me for a long time You'll be able to do this in your sleep with your eyes shut, not even listening, I bet. Toe tap. Heel dig. It takes a while, though, when you're new to it, to get all the moves in the right place. And if I don't concentrate, like I'm not at the moment because I'm talking, I get it wrong. Back. Toe tap. One more time. Heel dig. Side. Back. Toe tap. Right, are we nice and warmed up? We've been doing that for about 10 minutes, so we're nice and warmed up. Smarts on that leg. I keep thinking, well, maybe I could go for a sneaky little run. But then I do something like that and I think, no, that shouldn't hurt just doing that. So I'm going to leave it for a few more days. Anyway, into the main body of the exercise now. We're going to start, as we always do, with a squat. Squats are really, really important because having strong legs is just the most important thing. Because if you think about it, without your legs, you can't do anything. You can't walk, you can't sightsee, you just can't do anything. I remember I had a friend, and what she wanted to do was to be able to walk up steps at some ancient monument type thing, historical monument that she wanted to go and visit with her friend, but she couldn't do it because she wasn't fit enough. And that was her goal. And I think that's a jolly good goal. You can't wander around and sightsee and various, if we ever get to go on holiday again. I mean, walking, go to Vindolanda. That's a lot of walking, but it's fascinating if you like Roman history. Anyway, enough of that. Squats. So squats are sitting down without the chair. They're not knees like that. So your knees do not go over your toes. You don't have to go down that far. You go down that far if you want. Your knees do not come in like that. They go down like that. If you can't do a free squat, nothing at all wrong with using the chair. Knees at 90 degrees. I'm going to face you so as you can see what I'm doing. Knees at 90 degrees, feet flat on the floor. Put your hands here so as you're not tempted to use them, and stand up. And then sit down again in a controlled fashion. Don't plonk down. But notice the knees stay parallel. The legs, thighs stay parallel. Don't bring them in. If you've got weak thighs and glutes, the temptation is for your knees to come in. Try and not let them do that. If you can't do that, use your arms for momentum. Get yourself up. If you can't do that, use your hands and push up. But eventually, the aim is to be able to stand up without using your hands. Just like I did that. I wasn't actually pushing then. My hands were just touching my knees, honestly. So if you're using the chair or the free squats, we're going to do 10. So I'm going to start sideways so as you can see the position. Technique is really important in this because if you don't get it right, you'll hurt your knees. So and remember, you only need to go down a little bit or a lot. It's up to you. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. The weight's on your heels. 4. That's why I fall backwards sometimes. 5. I'll show you how my knees don't go in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, now, last week, do you remember when we sat down, we did for the last 2 weeks, we did the one where I don't want you to do cycling. And I was thinking about this today when I was looking at the muscles and things. And I was thinking, well, I took the seated row out, that one. And I've actually taken out this one and put the seated row back in because we do quite a lot of stuff on our legs. And I was just putting it in for the sake of it, really, changing it for the sake of it. And I think that seated row is a very effective exercise. And technically, it's quite an easy exercise to do correctly. So I've reinstated the seated row and taken out the knee extension. So sitting on the edge of your seat, because it's so exciting, with your legs straight and your toes pulled back, and put the band in the middle. If you don't have a band, just do the motions for this. The band is in the middle of your feet, so as it doesn't ping back and hit you in the face. And you've got quite a good bit of tension here. And then I'm going to just move the seat to show you how the arms go. And with this one, you can have quite a bit of tension because you're using both arms and you're using your back muscles, which are big. So you can have quite a lot of tension on there. Don't hold it there. I mean, you're getting no good if you're doing it there. So you're sitting up nice and straight, and your arms just go back like that. They're not out, they're not up. Your hands skim your thighs, and you're going back. So you're going. See if you can touch the back of the chair. If you don't have room to go back, sit a bit more forward. Try and squidge your shoulder blades together, and then down. 1. Slow and controlled. Back. That's 2. Nice straight back. 3. You don't rock your torso. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Well done. Yeah, I like that exercise. I think it's an effective exercise. That's why I've reinstated it. Right, the next one is going to be rock the boat. So stand behind your chair. I tried this one on Monday without holding on, and it's just not as good. It's not as effective. So these are for the squat. Is for your gluteus maximus. This one is for your gluteus minimus, medius and minimus. So you've got 3 sort of glutes, and these are the 2 less strong ones. And instead of just putting our leg up there and holding it up there, which we used to do, we're going to do up and then, so we're going to alternate. We're not going to go dead fast, and I don't want you using momentum to swing it up. Just lift it up and place it down. We're going to do 10 on each side. And remember, your foot faces forwards all the time. So we're going to go 1. Try not to move your torso. 3. 4. 5. 6. Nice and straight. 7. 8. I can feel this. 9. 10. Whew. I definitely feel that on the side. Right, the next one we're going to do. Hi, Nikki. Oh, gosh, don't say that. I didn't know. It caught me by surprise that Monday was a bank holiday. I mean, of course it is. It's May Day, but somebody mentioned it the other day, and I was it a bank holiday? Every day is a holiday to me. Right, bicep curl. That's one of the muscles we were talking about today. So you put your band. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I might as well do them. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Yes, so stand on your band, hand on the hand anchored to your waist, or just I balance it on my hip bone there, and it doesn't move from there. Have enough of a grip, so that enough of a tightness on the band, so that if you're holding it there, but you're actively having to hold it there. If you relaxed, it would go plonk down. So you're having to hold it and have it sufficient tension so that you actually do have to work your bicep. If you have it there and it's just easy peasy, you're not really getting much benefit. And I remember what I was going to say before when I was talking about the hand strengtheners and the forearm, is when you're doing this exercise, you actually are strengthening your hand and your forearm because you're having to grip on fairly tight. So anyway, after all that, and you just close your arm. So it's like 1, 2, your elbow never leaves your side. 3, it's only your forearm that moves. 4, 5. I'm starting to feel this now. That's where the tension comes in. 6, 7, 7 or 8. 8, you should be thinking, I'll be glad when this is over. 9, 10. Whew, and I was glad when that was over as well. So switch over, other side, anchor your elbow. Oh, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't rock. If you're rocking, you've lost the technique, so you might as well stop. 9. Oh, one more. 10. That may have been 11, I don't know. Got a croaky throat today. Right. Remember, I said most muscles have opposites, so your hamstrings are the opposite to your quads. Remember, I said the triceps are on the opposite side of your arm to your biceps. So usually I do arm, leg, but this time, one exercise technique is to exercise opposites. And we're going to do that now because it fits in better. So we're going to sit down and we're going to put the band under the chair. I'm going to put that, while you're getting that done, I'm going to put that down a bit. So sit about halfway down the chair and have the band sort of at the back of the chair. And then if you can, you might have to fiddle around with the tension. Have it sort of so as your arms are like that. Okay? And then we're going to just straighten. Now with this one, the trick is to actually straighten it and get it down, nice and controlled. Okay? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Just try and make it your arm that moves. This is quite hard. I might not keep this one in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, this is shoulders, not 9, 10. I don't know if I'll keep that one in actually, because that's shoulders. If it was triceps, it would be that one just up to the ceiling, wouldn't it? Woo, it's too tight that. I might do that next week. I might change that next week. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think of that one. I'm not sure I like that one. Right. I wish I could stop croaking. Balancing. So we've done various things with balancing. We've stood on one leg. We've gone round the clock. Last week, I was making it a bit more realistic because if you're balancing on one leg, you're not just balancing, you're usually doing something with the other leg. So, you know, putting on some trousers or something like that. So what we did last week was try and make it, yeah, it's hard on the shoulders, Nikki. I think I'll dump that one. Maybe that means we should do it more because our shoulders are weak, but I don't think they are. I found it hard on my hand. It cut into my hand. Right, anyway, balance. So what we're doing is if you need to hold on, that's fine. But we're going to take the leg up and just touch the foot. Leg up, touch the foot. If you can only get there, touch to where you can. It's the movement I want because it's the movement that overbalances you. And we're going to do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Okay, so we're going to engage our core first. So blow out, exhale, pull your navel into your backbone as far as it will go, and then release it slightly so that all these muscles are tight. So that gives you a good base. And so we're going to go up 1, up 2, up 3, up 4, up. When you put your foot down, don't balance on it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So exhale. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as you can. Release it slightly. And we're going to go 1, woo, up and touch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give me feedback on that one as well. I'm not sure about that. That's the thing when I try new things. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Anyway, now we've got one of the stalwarts, and when I was looking at muscles, to look at what muscles were used for what exercises and which were good for what. This came out as one of the really, really effective ones. So that's why it's staying. And it's the good old side bend. So going to one side, if you take your hand over your head, your arm over your head, you don't have to. You can just stay like this, but keep it straight so that you're actually you're actively moving using your muscles. Sorry, my words have gone. And then we'll come up, and then we go back down again. We're going to do 10 of these. And up, and then back down, nice and slow and controlled. However far down you want to go, that's right for you. Don't force it. I don't know if that's 3 or 4. We'll call it 3, because no harm in doing an extra one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woof. Other side. Oh, hang on, just let me get my hip ready. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, how was that? Oh, I'm always glad when that one's over. Let me just have a read of these. That's a good one. Oh, can you lean forward? What on the touching one, Prue? Yeah, I don't think you can do it without leaning forward. I think because when you put on, I'm trying to make it more realistic to real life. So I think when you put on undergarments or trousers, because I was doing it the other day, you hold them there and you lean forward, don't you? So you do that. But I really don't want to do that sort of a motion. I just thought maybe if we get used to doing, yeah, I suppose you could lean forward. I haven't really decided. But I don't think there's any harm in leaning forward because it is balancing. So any movement slightly unbalances you. So it's quite good. But it's trying to make it sort of without actually doing this. We could do this for 10. For 10, I suppose. Right, anyway. Squats again. We're going to do another 10 squats. Using the chair or free squats, it's entirely up to you, but we're just going to go straight into them. So feet hip width apart, bum sticking out. Down you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoa, falling backwards, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Penultimate, we're going to do abs. So sitting sideways on the chair, sit so that you can comfortably sit with your feet flat on the floor, sitting up nice and straight. Just put your hands like this just to check that your back's nice and straight. And then you're going to put your hands forward, lean back slightly and round your shoulders. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Bring them as close to your chest as you can. 4. Bring your thighs as close to your chest as you can. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. Lean forward a bit, get rid of the kink in your back. And then we're going to do it all again. So sitting up nice and straight, hands forward, round your shoulders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. Right, just so actually found that quite stiff on the shoulders that time. Right, last one to finish. Well, to finish this section, don't forget we've got the routine and the high intensity stuff to go. Just holding on to the chair, we're just going to keep the torso as still as you can, and we're just going to swing legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to loosen the hips. 5, 6. Try and keep your leg as straight as you can. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the other side. 1, 2. It's not good for my shoulder. 3, hip. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that one, when I do that, not very good on that bit there. Right. We're going to do our little routine. So we're going to do heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, we're going to do it 3 times, side, back, and then we're going to do it continuously, but a little bit getting faster most of the time. Back, toe tap. Right, we're going to just keep doing it, and I'm going to get progressively faster. Try and keep up. I bet you can now. I bet most of you can now. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 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 Heel dig, side, back. You're still keeping up, toe tap. Heel dig, back, side, back, sorry, toe tap. One more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Well done. Did you all manage to keep up? Let me see what Prue's saying. Very long arms, so can grasp heels without having to lean over, but need a bit of leaning for toes. Better for balance. It's up to you, Prue. Next time you put on a pair of trousers, see how you do. Does your back bend? Try and make it as realistic as possible. Maybe what I should do is pretend that we've got an imaginary bit of rope between our hands, and we're going to go bring the rope over. Bring the rope over. Oh, I quite like that, rather than just touching. So rope, bring the rope over, because that's what you're doing with trousers, although you're putting that in. Bring the rope over. Bring the, oh, I quite like that. Right, high intensity, heartbeat. Remember, this bit is voluntary. It's all voluntary. Oh, hello, where have I gone? It's all voluntary, obviously. Nobody's forcing you to be here. But 3 bouts of 20 seconds, oh, I need to put this down again, of high intensity exercise. And the exercise is, you don't really need to see my head for this, do you? I don't know. The exercise is running on the spot, tiny little steps. Remember, hands going just really, really tiny steps, but as fast as you can. And the object of the exercise is to get your heart rate up. That's all it is, actually, to get your heart rate up. If you've really got something wrong with your knees, you can do punching instead. But it's better to do the running because your legs have bigger muscles and so makes your heart work faster. Anyway, enough chit chat. On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Did you manage that? I've just suddenly remembered when I was saying that about being the bank holiday, I'm wondering whether to do the class on Monday, but I haven't told people it's cancelled, so I might as well. If people, I mean, do bank holidays mean much these days that we can't meet and we can't go out for a meal? Well, in England, you can't go out for a meal. You go and sit in a pub garden, but I believe it's going to be raining. So maybe people will be glad of a little bit of exercise first thing in the morning. Look, we're on day 12 now. He's a good boy. You are my good boy. So Friday, he'll be 2 days into it. No, 2 days, 2 weeks. So you're a good boy, aren't you? Right, second lot. On your marks, set, off you go. "17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. See, we've gone down to 10 people. Some people are maybe put off by the hit. So they miss out on the stretching, unless they're old timers and they know how to do the stretching. Just to tell you, Judy Murray was on BBC Breakfast this morning talking about lack of fitness and lack of exercise that older people take. And so I tweeted her, sent her a tweet saying about these classes. And she replied. She just said, you know, that's exactly what we need. But So all she said, I was hoping she would say, oh, I will promote your classes, Rosemary. Never mind. Right. On your marks, third one. On your marks, set, off you go. $17, $18, $19, $20. There we go. Right, how was that? Did you manage all three? Right, so while you get your breath back, I'll just put this down because I'm going to have to put it down for the stretching. Usual thing, if you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be very much appreciated. If you can like this class, that would be good. If you've enjoyed the class, you could show your appreciation by buying me a coffee. And the link for that is underneath in the comments section. And as I've already said, my Facebook page, Over 50 Fitness Facebook page is there. I think what I'm going to do with all the muscle groups and things, the major muscles, there'll be about 10 or 12 of them, is I'm going to do a little table so that you can maybe think, oh, I feel a bit stiff there, or oh, that felt a bit weak. Oh, what muscle's that? What can I do to make it stronger? You know, what's it used for and what can I do to make it stronger? I think it might just be useful for people. Anyway, that's that. We're going to get on to the stretching. So getting your chair, calf stretch, some things never change. Death, taxes, and Rosemary's stretching routine. Front leg bent, back leg straight, heel on the ground. And just lean forward, both heels on the ground. Just check feet are pointing in the same direction. And then gently bend your back knee. And then switch legs. It's quite artistic that, with the dog's head between my legs there. And the archway. And then bend your back knee. Okay, right, quadriceps, which is this one. Grab your shoe, your foot, your sock, your trouser leg, put something around your ankle if you want. If you can't do that, have your hands behind your back. Just see if you can kick your hands, just bringing your legs up like that. And that's dynamic stretching, and that stretches these, but also works your hamstrings at the same time. So it's a sort of dual purpose exercise, but I'm going to do this one because I want to practice my balance. So this is not a balancing one, but if you're ever outside, if you run and you need to do this, and you're out in the middle of a field, strangers look askance if you grab hold of their shoulder and say, I'm just going to do my stretching. So it's quite a good idea to be able to do it without holding on. And then switch over. Oh, there we go. That was good balance, wasn't it? Right, hamstrings. So sit on the edge of the chair. Look at that, I sat down using my hands. The edge of the chair, and knees at 90 degrees, ankles under your knees. Just check that you're sitting up nice and straight. And then one leg out, toe pulled back, and sitting up nice and straight, lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. Keeping your toe pulled back. And then other leg. Just check you're sitting up nice and straight, and then lean forward from the hips. And then the last of the leg stretches, sitting sideways in the chair, but with only one leg on it. This other leg is sort of hanging in the wind. So the bum cheek is hanging in the wind as well. Just stretch your leg back, just to stretch these muscles here. Sitting up just nice and straight, not leaning forward, not leaning back, just nice and straight. If you can't get your leg right back behind you like this, then just do what you can. Remember, this is doing things at your ability and your pace. That's why the high intensity is good, because if you're very fit, you can do it very fast. If you're not very fit, you don't do it very fast because you get puffed too quickly. And then change over. And as you get fitter, you do it faster, so it never gets any easier. But the recovery time gets slower. Quicker, sorry. Okay, so standing up, arms at shoulder height, go round at the tree, so your arms are round rather than straight, and then dip your head. And then if you can, interlink your fingers behind your back. If you can't, just try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, just lift your hands up slightly. I'm just going to come forward like this and see what people have written. I know, you and yours, I could do that. Well, I would like to go on Women's Hour again. You've got to tell them. It's Emma Barnett now anyway. So we'll have to tell Emma Barnett. Start bombarding them with out like that. Bombarding them with emails saying get Rosemary from Over 50 Fitness on it. Right. What we do? Oh yes, I know. I seem to be quite scatterbrained today. Right, sitting down. We're going to just look at the floor. Put your hand on your crown, but don't push. Just let the weight of your hand just push your head down a bit. I need an agent. And then look up. We're going to do something slightly different. We're going to add in a couple more. So what I'd quite like you to do is just look slightly to the left, put your hand on your head and just pull. Do you have to look to your slightly left? No, you don't think you have to. Just, I think it's better if it's, I don't know. I don't know whether you look slightly to the left or not, but anyway, put your hand on your head and then just gently drop your shoulder and pull your head very gently, just to stretch here. I find it easier if I look diagonally down, because I want to stretch these back ones here, because when I think about it, I've probably got a perpetually stiff neck. And then look up, ooh. And then do it the other way, look down to the right, put your hand there. Yeah, and make sure that your shoulder is not hunching up. Really pull your shoulder down. And then bring your head back. And then we're going to look to the left. Put your right hand on the right hand side of your face. Try and turn your head back to the center, but resist with your hand. So you're having a fight. You're creating tension in your neck. And then release and turn your head. You should be able to turn your head a little bit more to the left. And then bring it to the center. Turn it to the left. Right hand side, the right hand on the right hand side of your face. Turn it. Try and turn your head to the center. Resist. Have a wee fight going on there, and then relax. And you should be able to turn your head a little bit more to the right. And And then bring it back to the center. There we go. And thank you very much for joining my class. I don't know if I want to be politicized. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. The grey pound. I don't want her to have a go at me though. So anyway, yes, there will be a class on Monday. It's just too late to cancel, and I'd forgotten it was a bank holiday. So those of you that do the strength class on a Monday, it's business as usual. And my pop's having his second operation next Wednesday. They're doing the other shoulder. Oh, I hope this is the end of it. There he is. But Wednesday's class will be on. That's okay. Right, thank you very much. I will think about writing something to Emma Barnett. Prue. Thank you for joining. Bye.